Okay, so I can't hear you. I don't think you can hear my music. So make sure that you have music on. And as long as you can see me, you're good to go. Start your watches if you're wearing a watch. And apologies for my noises that I'm going to be making. You're going to walk out, do a little cobra stretch, drop down, back up onto the knees, walk back in, and repeat. So we're just going to warm up, a couple of exercises. The walk out, I want you to keep your, you can't even see me. I want you to keep your legs straight, so hips back, walk out, stretch up, push the hips into the floor, drop down, come back up. Let me just move my mat a little bit. Okay, we're going to do 3 more of these. So you're going to legs straight, walk it out. Breathe out. If you have to bend your knees on the way out, just widen your stance a little bit. Doesn't matter on the way in, but this part on the way out, I want you to keep your legs pretty straight so that you're feeling it in the back of your legs here in the hamstrings. Okay, here you're going to stay on the mat. You're just going to lay on your side. So shoulder above the other shoulder and top leg over. Both arms out in front of the chest. Take a big deep breath in and rotate. Breathe out. This knee can lift. What we're trying to do is get this hand to touch at the other side. So that shoulder is the one we're trying to really, really open up there. Every session, we're always trying to open up the upper back. You'll be fed up listening to me talking about it. Upper back should be mobile, able to move freely. Lower back is for stability. It shouldn't have the same movement. Switch sides. I'm just going to switch. Breathe out as you reach. Oh, we have Ralph. And rotate. Do a little down dog. 3. We're doing 5. 4. 5. And going up onto your knees. We're going to do 1 knee up, 1 knee down. So you're going to tuck that pelvis under, ribs down, so that you're not just relaxing forward. We're trying to keep it active. Want to stretch along here, so shift forward. This hand, the side that the knee is down, is going to reach overhead and drop down. Trying to get a stretch along here. You might find that it's feeling super tight. Keep that back glute engaged. Just squeeze your back glute. And switch. First, activate. So squeeze your core. When I say squeeze your core, activate your core, imagine I'm going to hit you in the stomach, that tense feeling that you get. That's what we're looking for. Squeeze the back glute. Breathe out as you reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to go straight in. Today's session is similar to last week's same day. So last Monday's session, what we're going to focus on is lower body. It's going to be kind of back of the legs. Upper body is going to be kind of the front. These are programmed. You don't need to worry about that. But so that we're getting everything targeted throughout the week. First exercise we're going to do is eccentric push-ups. Now, push-ups, everybody thinks they can't do them. We're doing a variation of them. Remember, you want to be able to hold yourself in this position without your hips dipping. So you want to pull up through your belly button, tuck your pelvis so that your ass isn't in the air, basically. Tuck it under. If you can hold this position, great. If you struggle, drop your knees there. That's fine. We are going to focus on this downward drop. all the way to the floor, you're not coming back up. It's not a full push-up. We're just trying to build the strength on the bottom part. So it'll look like this, either legs straight or knees down if you're struggling. Keep your core engaged, and you're slowly going to lower your chest all the way to the floor. So everybody should be able to do this, either from the knees, you're slowly lowering. You're going to feel it across chest, shoulders, arms in general. You should be able to do this. If you're really struggling, you can do it at an incline. So you can go against something like a chair, table, whatever. We're going to do 6 of them. Basically, just focus on going as slow as you can on the way down. Okay, let's go. Tuck under, core engaged. Slowly lower everything together. Come back to the top. You can go up from your knees. That's 2. You can see here why we don't do many reps. The slower you go, the harder it is. Halfway. If you're getting the first couple of seconds and then you drop, that's absolutely fine. Each week you'll notice an improvement, and it'll be an improvement when you're able to go a little bit further under control, and then you drop. Ideally, you'll be able to drop the whole way under control. We're going to do one more. And drop onto your back now. So the first 2 exercises are body weight, no weights needed. Glute bridge position here. You're going to have your ankles under your knees so your feet aren't too far in front and about hip width apart. We're going to go up into glute bridge position, driving through the heels. Remember, we're not lifting through our upper back, so we're not trying to lift up here. We're trying to keep the ribs down, because all we're trying to do is extend the hips. So you should not feel this in your back. Push through the upper back into the floor. Push through the heels here. You can dig in through your elbows for a little bit of support if you need it, because this one we are going to lift, bring one knee in, switch. Switch. All the time we are keeping our hips up. They're not down here. The more you can keep them squeezed and engaged at the top, the better. So you're going to breathe. 1. Let's go. 2, 3, ribs down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, halfway. 9, 10, 11, 12, hips up. 13, 14, 15, 16. Good job. Okay, have a little breather. So that is set 1 of the first 2 exercises. So the way the workouts are done, the first 2 or 3 exercises are usually getting your muscles ready for what you're going to be doing with weights. So we're going to go back in and repeat this again. We're going to do it 2 more times. Last week we just did it twice, but each week the workouts will be similar, covering the same kind of muscles, but they're not going to be exactly the same, and they will be being progressed. So that's why we're doing 3 sets today. So from your knees or full position, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. Let's go, slowly lower. 6 reps. That's 2. Halfway. Last one. Excellent. Just on that one, keep in mind this position here, I'm trying to push up through my upper back. So I'm trying to really push my back up to the roof as I'm in that position. So a lot of the time what we'll see is people will drop their shoulder blades together and they don't really have that control in that position, whether it's a plank you're doing or just push-ups, any variation in this, mountain climbers. You want to really have a good strong position here by pushing up through your upper back, even if you're doing it from your knees. Okay, so onto our back. Glute bridge marches. So position, ankles under the knees. Push through your elbows if you have to. Keep those ribs down. Tuck the pelvis under and then lift up. Squeeze through your glutes before you start. Drive. 1, 2, 3. Drive through the heels. 4. Lift the toes off the ground if you have to. 5, 6, 7, 8. Halfway. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And rest. Good job. Little short rest, 20, 30 seconds, and then we're going back in for the last set of these. Then we're going to add in the weights, and we're going to do similar exercises, but with the weights. So with these two very, very simple exercises, but very, very easily done wrong. So it's important that you take these little cues into account so that you're actually activating the right muscles. Okay, get ready. Back in. Up through that upper back. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, lower together, everything together. Good. 1, 2. Halfway. Nearly there. Last one. Good. Roll onto your back. Okay. Tuck the pelvis under so your back is completely flat. Ribs down. So that's taking away the upper back coming into it. Push through your elbows if you need a bit of support. Lift the toes off the ground if you feel like you can't get into the habit of driving through your heels. If you can, just keep your feet flat. Lift up, squeeze, drive. 1, 2, 3, 4. The foot that's on the ground is the one you're pushing through the heel. Halfway. 10. Last 4. 2, sorry. Done. We're just doing 16. And rest. If you need to grab some water now, this is your chance while I explain the next couple of exercises. So grab your water, and I'm going to show you the next few. We did both of these last week. We're just changing the reps slightly. So first one, you get to stay on the mat for all 3 of these. Whatever you're using for weight, dumbbells, if you've got a heavy dumbbell, you can do it across like this, just one. If you just don't have any dumbbells and you need to just grab something like a dog, just hold something over your chest and we're going to use that. Now, remember with these, it's the tempo that counts when it comes to these reps, especially if you're using light weights. So, first one, you're not going yet. I'm just going to show you. Over your chest, not over your face. Over your chest, tuck your shoulder blades, and you're going to slowly lower. Tap your elbows off the ground, then fasten the way up. Nice and controlled on the way down. You'll feel those muscles in your arms and your chest just shaking a little bit. And we're going to do 15 of these. If you're very lightweight, just go slow as you need to. Then we're going to go into glute bridges. Again, if you've got a heavier weight, you can just set it here on your pelvis. If you've got 2 lighter weights, just have them leaning here, so a bit of resistance. You can just push them against your legs with your arms, with your hands. And we're going to do normal glute bridges. So same position as we were in. This time you're just driving through both heels, squeezing at the top, really, really squeeze through your glutes, and hold for a second at the top. Last one, you're going to hold one weight or nothing. Just keep your hands here. You can hold a weight, and you're going into dead bug. You're going to drop, come back up, keeping the lower back completely flat. Breathe in, out, in, out. Okay? So first one, chest press, get ready. We're doing 15 reps. So over the chest, tuck the shoulder blades. Let's go, breathe in, slowly lower, Tap, breathe out, 1. Nice and controlled. 2. If you've got heavier weights, you don't need to go slow, just normal tempo. We're on 8, 9, 10, last 5. Done. That's 15. Dumbbells against your legs here. Bring the feet under the knees. Tuck your ribs. Push through the heels. Squeeze at the top, 1, and drop. 15 of these. Squeeze at the top, 2. Breathe out. 3. Imagine you're blowing through a straw. 4. That's going to activate your core as well. 5. Drive through the heels. 6. 7. Really squeeze through those glutes at the top. 8. 9. 10. Last 5. Two more. And done. Straight into dead bug. Either keep your hands straight here, no movement of your hands, or grab a weight. Knees directly over the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. Easiest version. Breathe in, tap, stay close to your hips with the tap. If you feel like your core is pretty strong and you can do that, you can start to go a little bit further away. Play around with the distance until you can do it straight, but you'll know if your back starts to arch, you've gone too far. Okay, let's go. Breathe in. Breathe out as you lift your leg back up. Alternate. Breathe out. Nice and slow and controlled. Four, halfway. That's 5 each side. One more each. Perfect. And rest. Grab water if you need it. Just have a little rest. You can stay on the mat. With that exercise, remember, lower back completely flat. When you drop your leg, you breathe in. When you pull your leg back up, you breathe out. Breathe out, imagine you're blowing through a straw. That's going to help your core activate and pull your leg up. That's the whole point of this exercise, is your core is working to bring the leg back up. It's the best exercise for your deep core muscles. You might not feel it the same way you'd feel like sit-ups and stuff. This is 10 times more beneficial for you. Again, the closer your knees are to you here, the easier it is. So make sure your knees are above the hips when you start and finish, so that you're not coming in here and all the pressure gets taken off your core. You don't really feel it. Okay, get ready. We're going back in round 2. So this is a chest press. Remember, the slower you go, the harder you make the exercise. I'm using 5 kilos here. I can bench press pretty heavy with the barbell, but because I'm slowing it down, it's difficult for 15 reps. So breathe in. Breathe out. Get used to that feeling of breathing out as you push it away. The hard part of the exercise, you breathe out and you squeeze your core. This is a mistake so many people make in exercising. They don't focus on the breathing, which means they don't focus on their core engagement, which means a lot of the time your lower back takes over. Last 5. Last one. Excellent. Dumbbells onto the legs, top of the pelvis. Get your feet ready. Drive through the heels, ribs down. Squeeze at the top. 1, 2. Breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. You have to be really intentional with that squeeze at the top of a glute bridge. Otherwise, you can just kind of go with the flow and not really feel the muscles engage. Dead bug. Knees above the hips. Get ready. Breathe in. Lower. Breathe out. Lower back completely flat. Halfway. One more each. And rest. Good job. One more set of those. So again, this session, there's 3 sessions in the week that shouldn't feel like out of breath. It's more about strength, focusing on engaging the right muscles and focusing on breathing properly, because these are going to have the biggest transfer to your strength and also just outside of exercise. So that's why I'm very big on just making sure that you're focusing on these. And obviously I don't shut up about breathing and engaging the right muscles. Get ready. We're going to go again. Last set. Back into the chest press. You should start to feel more comfortable. If you tell me that this feels easy, the full session, if you say, oh, that was easy, you're not engaging the muscles correctly. So really pay attention to the cues and the tempos. Get ready. Breathe in. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Tap the floor. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. This is 8. We're going for 15. Last set. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Dumbbells onto the legs. Get ready. Drive through the heels. Breathe out. 1. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the ribs down. 9. Just the hips. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and drop. Keep 1 dumbbell. Dead bug. This time try and go a little bit further if you can. Breathe in. Out. A lot of the time you might start by going a little bit further, and then your core might get fatigued. So what you do then is then you just shorten the distance. So you might do full leg reach here for a couple, and then you'll have to go a little bit shorter then if your core is fatigued for the last few reps. Nearly there. And done. Whee. Okay, so have a breather if you need water. Now's your time. I'm going to show you the next couple of exercises. First one, you're going to be 1 knee up, 1 knee down. Remember, every time we get into this position, we want to activate through our hip flexors or glutes, keeping our ribs tucked down so that our core is engaged, so that you're not going like this. And then when you press, all the weight's going onto your back. You really have to have this position correct first. So hips or pelvis tucked under, ribs tucked down. Imagine they're trying to go towards each other. The knee that's down has the dumbbell. You're going to breathe out, press overhead. Keep the dumbbell in line with your ear, or your arm in line with your ear, so that you're not pressing out in front like this, okay? Your fingers, your fingernails should be facing your side of your head, so you're not externally rotating the shoulder. This neutral position is a much more comfortable position for your shoulders. So we're going to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and then we're going to do Romanian deadlifts with both dumbbells or with one something, whatever weight you have. Feet together. You're going to pull the shoulder blades back. You're going to have the knees just soft, and you're just going to pull the hips back. Dumbbells stay close to your legs. Feel that in the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and then you drive forward. Main thing here is that you're not rounding your back and that you're not bending your knees forward. The knee should actually stay in line with your ankle. That's those two, and then you'll be going into a side plank. So we'll go straight into these. These are the last 3 exercises. We're going to do 3 rounds, and then you'll be done. Nice and simple, full body session. Today, get ready. Everything engaged. Brace your core. Dumbbell up. Breathe out. 1. Again, if you have a very light dumbbell, you're going to slow down the part on the way down. So you'll go slow, slow, slow. Breathe out. Press up fast. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Switch sides. Glutes engaged, core engaged, ribs down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Up into Romanian deadlifts. These are a struggle for me today. After running a half marathon yesterday, how did I not drop that in yet? Okay. So dumbbells will be here. Tuck the shoulder blades back. Imagine there's an elastic band around your waist and someone's pulling you back. Okay, you're just keeping the dumbbells close. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Push forward. 1. Nice and controlled. 2. Really dig in through your heels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2. Imagine you're holding something under your armpits. That'll help you keep the dumbbells close to your legs. 10. Good. Now, into a side plank. A few ways we can do this. Bottom knee will be down. You want your elbow, your hip, and your knee to be in line. And you're going to use the knee at the bottom to keep you stable. Top leg will be straight. Option 1, you're going to reach under. You're going to reach up. 1. If you feel it a little bit weird in your shoulder here, you might be too far ahead with your elbow. So just fix your elbow position. So you're going to either do 8 reaches, or if you have a dumbbell and you can manage and it's light enough, you're going to bring it up to here. Press. 1. Okay? 8 each side. Let's go. 1. Keep that hip off the ground nice and high. 3. If you're using a dumbbell, keep it very close to your body and then press. 2 more. And switch sides. If you're feeling super strong, you can go up into both feet for this as well. And you can do it either a reach from here or a dumbbell press with both legs straight. I'm taking the modified approach today. I'm going to do the bottom knee down. Let's go. Last 2. And done. Woo, have a little rest. 2 more sets to go and then we're done. First one was that half kneeling shoulder press. We're just catching our breath for a couple of seconds, then we're going straight back in. Every set, you should be focusing on getting a little bit better. It should feel a little bit easier in terms of the positioning. Make sure that this position, glutes, core, when you press, arm in line with your body, not out in front. Let's go. 2, 3, 4. I have my hands on my ribs here because it helps me notice when my ribs start to flare and I start to use my lower back. And switch. Tighten up. Let's go. Breathe out as you press. Slow it down on the way down if your weight's super light. Back glutes should be squeezed. And done. Up into Romanian deadlifts. Again, if you have a heavy dumbbell, you can use it here. If you have no dumbbells, it's absolutely fine. You can do the actual position. You're still going to feel it. You can do single leg if you have no dumbbells. Feet together, shoulder width. The closer your feet are together, just around shoulder width, no, they don't need to be any closer, the more you're going to feel it in your hamstrings. Your toes need to be pointed straight. Don't have your feet wide when you're doing these. Squeeze your armpits. Imagine you're holding something under your armpits, dumbbells in front, and then that elastic band around your waist being pulled back. Squeezing the armpits keeps the dumbbells close to your body, helps with the movement, also helps to keep your back neutral so you're not rounding your back. Last 2. Push through the heels. Done. Side plank. Get ready. Straighten up. Get your position. Let's go. 1, whether it's a reach or a press with a dumbbell, nice and controlled, especially if you're using a weight. Last one. Good, and swap. Dumbbell close, let's go. Last 3. Good. Rest, one more set. Sorry, I feel like my necklace hitting the mic. Okay, last set. Have a little couple of seconds, catch your breath. Hardest one in this one I find is usually the Romanian deadlifts, especially if you're not used to doing them. But they are one of the best exercises to strengthen the back of your legs, hamstrings and the glutes. So just focus on the cues that I give you and you'll notice them improve. Let's go. Last 2. And switch. Everything tightened, engaged. Make sure that you're not leaning forward like this when you press. Ribs down, core tight. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that back glute. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Up. Romanian deadlifts. Let's go. Shoulder width. Feet digging into the ground. Squeeze your armpits. Hips back, hips back, hips back. It's not a squat. So your hips, imagine they're being pushed to the wall or pulled to the wall behind you. And then the wall in front. So you're not actually squatting. Halfway. I always say, imagine you're pushing your hips up to the back corner of the roof behind you, so they stay nice and tall. Stops you from squatting. Let's just do 2 more. When I say that, it means I've lost count. Last one. Done. Side plank. Last exercise. Straighten up. Ready. And go. Control. 2. When you reach or you press, breathe out. And switch. Last one. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8, and drop. Finito. I'm glad I got through that more than you, I imagine.